Welcome, race fans. Tonight, the Relentless Racing Cup Series are taking it to Ohio. We saw how it went with the Xfinity, so we're going to see how it goes tonight in the Cups. As this is not a track that is normally on the schedule for these guys, but it's going to be some door-to-door short track racing with the Speedway field. And we're going to watch this last week's winner, two of the drivers who have won races this season so far. Both are out there. It's going to be Ethan Flanagan and Connor Darnell. Connor took a back-to-back win. Ethan picked up the win last week. So it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to have another repeat winner or somebody new out of the field of 29 is going to be the first one in. We've got about 5 minutes left to qualifying. Before we do that, we're going to do a quick little shout out to a couple of our sponsors. It's going to be Cutscene Sleep and Whiplash Sim Cams.
The first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
All right, we've got about 3 minutes before qualifying. We're fixing to yank up last week's winner. Ethan Flanagan up here and see how he feels if he can do a back-to-back here at Iowa. See if we can give him a little scare since he's right in the middle of a practice run. Looks like he's got a little bit of a battle there going on with practice, but we're going to pull him up here anyway and pick his mind. Ethan, you got a copy?
I do. How do you do?
Doing good, man. How you feeling about Iowa? You think this is your back-to-back track to stay on track with Connor?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. It's one of those we'll see tracks. I mean, it's new for us in this car. NASCAR, the actual Cup Series, is racing here next season, so it's new to everybody for this car, like I said before. And we'll see. I mean, the track's kind of a mystery right now to some drivers, but I feel pretty confident.
I'm pretty sure you guys down there at Right Fink Motorsports have got a plan to buy, especially with having Malarkey and McComas both there.
Yeah, and I brought my aggressive paint scheme. Well, it's aggressively pink or purple or magenta, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if it's going to work too well for this track, but we'll see.
Well, we just figured we'd pick your mind a couple minutes before practice is ending. So what's your thoughts of how this is going to play out? Caution free or caution plenty?
I'm prepared for both scenarios. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like. We could have a bunch of cautions at first, and then it'll go green. Or it could go green, and then there could be a bunch of cautions. Kind of like Nashville.
Well, just be in the right place at the right time. Back to back it.
Yeah, just got to be there in the end.
All right, man, we're going to shoot you back down there with you guys so y'all can get everything figured out as we're getting ready to start qualifying.
All right, thank y'all.
either Joe or Isaac possibly is going to show up later. I'm not for sure. Joe is running a little bit behind from what I understand. But somebody's going to be one to watch. That's going to be that 8 right there, Jonathan Nance. He's put himself in good positions to win. He just hadn't been able to capitalize yet. So tonight might be the night. Seeing Jeremy Gibbs wanted to go lawn mowing a little bit. John Fessenbender. Got about 30 seconds left. Well, qualifying is fixing to start. We'll track him down. See if we can pull him up here. He's probably hiding in a channel that I can't find. See if we can track down Connor. I'm not seeing Connor out there, so maybe we'll possibly talk with them the end of the race. This qualifying's fixing to start. That was irrelevant. We've got him right now starting to roll up off the track. So the first one out's going to be John Fessenbender. Zach Bucher. It's going to be a 200 lap race tonight. Stage breaks are going to be stage 1 at lap 70. Stage 2 is going to be at lap 160. So these guys are going to be exhausted by the time this race is over tonight. Make sure if you're going on a cruise, look up GC Cruise. Their link's popping up in Facebook. Saw a couple pretty good deals for the Caribbeans. So if you want to head down that way, make sure you look them up. I've also got some Atlantic cruises they can get you set up with, and Alaskan. The way it's looking right now, seeing how qualifying is going to play out. There the SDK is. Well, it looks right now like Flanagan's going to be on the pole. Dinger in second. Harden, Harkham, Bucher, Denson, Simone, Barkley, Frey, and Malarkey. That's going to round out your top 10 in qualifying. $17 of about the 30 qualified. Well, while they're getting ready to grid up, we can get a shout out. We've got a couple more going to try to put in a lap. We're going to ride right now and see how Jeff Medlin's going to do. Him and Connor Darnell both out there trying to put that lap in. As we saw in the Xfinity, that turn 4 coming out is rough. So it's going to be interesting to see if these cup cars can hold it any better. Medlin goes up to 12th. Alan Coons moves into P3. Tim Harmon sitting in 7th. Connor Darnell not the lap he was looking for, starting back in 20th. We're all going to die. Good possibility. Well, all right, everybody, as we're getting ready to grid up, we're going to take a moment for the national anthem, and we're going to come back to some green flag racing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, as you can see, they have gridded up. You see it over on the top left, 200 laps at Iowa. There's going to be a lot of corn shucking going on out in the Midwest. So far, the Cup Series has had a pretty good racing going on, but like we said, we've only had 2 winners out of 4 races. The season is still early, and see if we can check in point standings real quick. Yeah, Flanagan's going to be leading the points, followed by Connor Darnell, Anthony Frey, Alan Coons, Bo Dinger, Jonathan Nance, Eric Warman, Justin Malarkey, Andrew Colby, and Justin Barkley is going to round out your top 10 in points. So hopefully we're going to have some close door-to-door racing. We saw that finish last night in the trucks. Was fascinating was the finish. Words really cannot describe it.
Hello, everyone's loved or hated broadcaster is here.
Well, I'm glad you joined us, Joe. Sorry traffic was a little bit rough for you on getting here.
It won that, but yeah. We had issues today. They're taken care of. Yeah.
All right, you're seeing a lot of pink cars out there this week or this month. Is Relentless Racing League is a big supporter of breast cancer awareness.
We are. There's a lot of good schemes out in the Cup Series. I think about 10 last week that was there. Not sure if there are more people running them, but yeah, a lot of good paint schemes out there. We got a lot of talented painters in the league, so they do a good job with the cars. We're loading in right now. I am at least. I'll tell you though, Iowa, I gotta say, is probably one of the most popular tracks in iRacing. It seems like this is a track where if people go to it, no one complains. Short tracks, there's a love-hate relationship between a lot of them in iRacing, but it seems like Iowa is that one short track where you don't really see too many people complaining about Iowa if it's on the schedule.
No, they don't complain about Iowa near as much as they do Homestead.
Really? That many people complain about Homestead? I mean, I've never been a Homestead fan
My point.
uh, till I drove a Gen 4 car on it. But yeah, the road course is better.
Well, it's gonna be a long one tonight. 200 laps. So I hope these guys have used the restroom and got ready for it.
Well, Ethan told me he's gonna win tonight, so hey, putting it on pole to start doesn't hurt.
It's always better to be in the front than in the middle.
Yeah, I mean he did really good last year. Uh, led a lot of laps, didn't win the race, but keep an eye on that 35 because I think he's gonna be up in the front for a long time tonight. A good start already. You see the high side get utilized a lot at Iowa. We're gonna see that happen a lot today. You can work the bottom, and it is a multi-groove track, but the high side we typically see will win out in a side-by-side situation, especially as a run goes on.
Oh, you said 20 gets a little loose. Nance almost gets into the end of it, and that puts him 3 wide.
He was more than a little loose, man. He was fixing the spin out for a second. He was loose the entire corner, wiggling.
And another 3 wide battle right there, about the 18th position.
Yeah, Chase Harden diving under the 2 car, Bo Dinger. Can't get under him. Gets under. You can get alongside on the bottom, but you really gotta, get down there, stick it good. Because if you don't, you're gonna have a real trouble making the pass. He's gonna fire it up there. There he goes. That around Dinger. Slowed up Kewins as well. So Kewins may have had to run.
Yeah, Chase almost slowed Dinger down as Dinger got right into his rear end.
Yeah, Kolb a little bit loose, falls out of line.
Yeah, there's not really much of a need to rush this race. I mean, 200
I got
laps.
to tell you though, looking at some rookies here, Charlie Harcum. This is like the first time I've really seen him up in front, so it's nice to see Charlie getting up there. But I'll tell you, Zach, by far, oh, Ethan getting loose and spins out and gets hit by the
Chase Harden.
orange car. That's Chase Harden. Caution is out. Ethan, the leader, spins out. Oh dear. And he got crammed real bad too in the right rear tire.
Yeah, it looks like he just
No
got
meatball
loose
for
going through
him.
3.
We're checking right now to see if there is a meatball. There is no meatball as of right now for the 35, but a lot of damage, at least to the rear of the car.
And that was pretty good awareness by everybody getting around.
Yeah, the front end doesn't look as bad for the 5. Chase does not appear to have meatball damage, but his steering line is straight, it looks like, at least, so Chase should be okay. Yeah, Chase will probably have some repairs. Ethan, though, first to last, he's going to be banging out that rear for a while. That thing is crunched.
You said it out
Couple
there,
cars,
Davey. Early deaths.
yeah, couple of cars near the rear coming in for what looks like some fuel. It's 200 laps, a long race. Looking at the stages, what we're going to have for tonight,
It's
it's
going
going
to
to
be 70 and
be
160.
7160. So that second stage especially, that's going to be a cruising long stage.
Well, do you think you'll be able to stay green through that? I mean, that's what, 80 laps?
What?
So do you think it will be able to be green run through that stage? I mean, it's about 80 laps.
No. I think Iowa is a track where you'll see less cautions occur. However, You know, I don't think they'll stay green the whole time, but I think they'll be able to make some good runs out of it. All right. I think we're at 2 to green this time by. New leader, going to be Alan Kewins, who, ever since this new car came out, he's really, I mean, he was quick to begin with, but, you know, he's looking real good.
And it's the
He's been,
sponsor
he's been
car, too.
fast.
The GC
Yeah.
Travels.
Well, you know that they would like to see him win then. Yeah, with that being said, you know, he's been looking really good since the new car. Um, you know, he would be, you know, mid-pack, maybe get his occasional, you know, good runs and stuff. But he's almost always in front now, or at least in the top 5. So he's someone that's going to be strong all year. Someone to watch out for. But as I was saying, you know, Zach Bucher, he is at least for the first few races, you know, the first 5 or the first 4 races. Yeah, we're live, by the way, Jeremy.
Yeah, Bucher's he's been on point. He's just been in wrong place, wrong time in a few of those races already.
But yeah, Bucher. I mean, as I was saying though, he's been the best finishing rookie out of all of them by far, and seemed to be handling the car a lot better. You know, Bobby and Denson, they were uncharacteristically just out of it the last race. You know, Bobby had his spins, and Jacob was getting wiggly and hitting the wall the entire time, and Harcum just hadn't had the speed. You know, keep in mind that these all 4 of these guys were top 4, top 5 Xfinity drivers, you know, all season last year. So it's really interesting to see guys who are so dominant, not only in Xfinity but also in their lower series, you know, struggling like that.
But I'm still pulling for the Dinger to win it. I'm pretty
You know,
sure
everyone
his
likes him.
fan crew's going to be out there here soon.
Yeah, Bo. I mean, he's been close a lot of times. Hasn't gotten it yet. Maybe tonight's the night. He's in second right now. Started second. Doing's going to take the high side, as I would assume most people will tonight. Green flag. Here we go.
And Highside checked up just a little bit.
Yeah, and Dinger gets through on the bottom now. I think the bottom is good enough if you can get a restart. If you can get a good restart, you can make ways on the bottom. The only way you're going to make moves, though, on the bottom is if you get a good restart, and it has to be within the first lap, I'd say. Because after that, the bottom is probably not going to work out too well for you.
A little battle heating up here with Denson. He's trying to make some moves, getting inside of Malarkey and Frey.
Yeah, dropped a few places on the restart. And big dive bomb under the 6. Just going to try to stay alongside, but also try to get ahead of Malarkey. Malarkey doing pretty well for himself right now, at least. Typically he hangs around the rear, then makes his way up to the front, making his moves early tonight.
Yeah, Malarkey compared to last season and this season, it's been night and day. I mean, he's been caught up in wrecks, and I think he actually does have 1 DNF under his belt.
Oh, Dinger shifted a little early, and the car just chucked out the rear. He's trying to really drive it in hard with the 28, and what happened is he downshifted just a little bit too early. The car, you know, doesn't like that when it happens. It spikes your gears and RPMs, and it, you know, will kick your car. And if it was a little bit sooner, I could have spun him right around, or even trashed the engine.
Hey, somebody who's playing cautious, and that's going to be Jonathan Nance.
Where's old Fancy Pants at?
He's running back there in 11th right now.
Yeah, he's a guy that, first half of the season last year, a lot of people said, he didn't look too great, but, especially once the playoffs started, he really was in the top three almost every race. Maybe he didn't finish in the top three every race, but he was running there for a good portion.
Tell you what, this battle right here between Dinger, Denson, Frey, and Malarkey is actually starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, and Malarkey looks like he just wants one of these guys to, get over with it, just get around, because they're clogging all the lines. Malarkey gonna throw it way to the high side, try to get the run off the top. Denson gets the move on Frey, cuts it off. Now Malarkey did lose a little bit of time going that high, and you can't really go high in turn one like that because there are some really nasty bumps that'll just upset the car like you won't believe.
Malarkey just sent it in. Going inside of Frey and
The problem
Denson.
is Frey pinches him a little bit. He pinched him a little bit, and it seems like the inside is doing better than what I thought it would. Because he was able to get pretty well alongside on the 6 car, but wasn't really able to make any move out of it. Seems 3 and 4 maybe slightly better to make some moves on.
But you can see Rafferty, after he got voluntoed to race tonight, he's up 9 spots.
He got what tonight?
Voluntoed.
What does that mean?
He was told he was racing tonight. He wanted a drop week. He didn't get it. He got delegated to race. Hogwild TTV coming in with that follow too. Appreciate it. Nance getting a bad entrance on that.
Here's my question: Who delegated Bobby?
Not for sure.
Well, if anything happens to Bobby, I can tell if it was Zach or something. If he wrecks tonight, he's gonna be like, Zach, why do I freaking listen to you? I can't do a New York accent.
Yeah, you like, can't do it.
Why am I listening? Why am I listening to you, Zach? Why?
Yeah, Wisconsiners can't pull the Yonkers slang.
If you gave me a couple minutes, I bet I could do it. But, I'm not going to be doing voice acting and voice, tutorials on the broadcast. Ah, there you go. It's as good as it's going to get.
Hog Wild coming in. He's in the Discord wanting to join the league, man. I'll tell you what, they'll get it taken care of after this race.
Yeah, just join the Discord, and what you can do is you can just sign up, and they'll put you in trucks or ARCA, whatever you want. You can run both. Yep, trucks and ARCA both run 9 Eastern time. Practice opens an hour before the race. So whatever you like, it's Tuesday and Thursday. And we broadcast every other race. And you can even race with old me on Tuesday. Or, get commentated by me on Thursday. Get Jeremy on Tuesdays. So whatever you like.
I think we may have a little bit of a shift up. The 21, the 88, and the 20. They're all playing with fire right there. We've got Richmond debating on how he's going to play this.
Sometimes it's fun to watch some guys play with fire. Sometimes they get burned, though.
I'll tell you what, if he wrecks somebody, he ain't going to have a friend in nobody. I don't care what kind of Toy Story scheme he's running.
He might suck. Yeah, you know what? The friends he has is the other people that at least running that Toy Story scheme. Because I think Giving here tonight, so actually is here tonight. So he at least has Michael and Connor.
Which Connor has been just kind of hanging back towards the back because he's running a different paint scheme than he normally is.
He got that big contract extension for winning 2 races in a row, and now he's got the money, and
He can
hanging
start
back.
paying SBRN's rent now.
Yeah. It's like athletes when they get their contract extension, they get complacent and then they start to suck. By the way, he did not get a contract extension, but should get one after those 2 wins.
Tell you what, though, everybody's kind of settled down. Got a little bit of a battle. Right there around, what, the 15th position. We got about 6 cars right there together, so them 6 right there, you're going to have to watch.
Warman just hit a big hit in the wall. And gets down on Forns, gives him a little shove down low. Forns, though, couldn't really do anything. He was really late on the gas. Bobby, by the way, continuing the climb. He's in 7th place. Last time we checked in him, just like 10 laps ago, he's in 9th.
Up 11 spots.
Yep. And Denson and Mark, he just overshot the corner, so it's going to allow him to get alongside Denson. He might be able to get him on the bottom here.
I think he's got Denson. Malarkey might be more of a challenge.
Yeah, so I bet Bobby's feeling pretty good about himself right now. Gaining a lot of positions, in position to get points for the stage. I think he'll be pretty satisfied with the stage if he manages to get top 6.
And Darnell looks like he went off track. Oh, he's lost it through the front stretch.
Yeah, he is around on the front straightaway. Caution might come out. No caution.
Nope, he stays moving.
What happened is he came up a little bit, hit the one car, and lost it. And he's now going to be a lap down. First car 1 lap down is going to be Connor Darnell.
And Coons he's pretty much opened up that gap. He's almost a second and a half over Harcum.
Yeah, and our old friend Bo, he's in 9th right now. I'm going to ride on board with Coons real fast. I want to see if he is downshifting. He is downshifting. But sometimes I see, people do the downshift strategy. Some people won't here. Problem with downshifting sometimes is, you get a lot of RPMs down to your rears. What can happen is if you're getting it down and getting too much of that, spinning your rear tires a bunch, if you're not careful on it, it can really burn out your rear tires real fast. Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just watching this battle right here between Bo and Denson. The Stinger got a little loose on him.
Yeah. That was just still a little bit ahead of Denson, though. They all managed to really straighten themselves up, though. Ethan really does seem to be struggling, though. I mean, the car damage, by the way, probably ain't doing him any favors, but he's probably also a little worse on tires, considering that he spun. I mean, you can lose a couple of percent on those tires when spinning like that.
Tell you right now, Richmond and Curry is about the best battle out there on the track, as they've been door to door and side to side for about the past 3 laps.
And he cleared him. If he wants to, he can. Yeah, he's in an easy clear him. He doesn't even need to cut his nose off. So here's my question, Jeremy. How long can they go on a tank of fuel?
Well, considering we had some of them pit early, see if we can get it pulled up here and kind of see what that strategy is going to be. At least the top 8.
I'm gonna talk to Isaac for 10 seconds.
Kind of get a feel of the lay of the land. Just Kolb went in lap 6. Got Cole running up on the high side trying to get around Curry and Forns.
All right, so I just had a quick chat with the crew chief in North-South. He's telling me that under green flight conditions, they can run about 75 laps on a tank of fuel. So since we had a caution already, and you know, it was less than 75 laps anyway, everyone's gonna probably stay out. But if it goes green next stage, you're definitely gonna be seeing some green flight pit stop.
Yeah, Malarkey and Rafferty starting to have a little battle. Rafferty trying to break into the top 5.
Yeah, that would be a nice confidence booster for him because he needs it.
Yeah, the past few weeks, Rafferty has been a struggle. He's almost been driving that struggle bus, too.
I mean, look, I mean, put it this way, man. If you would have told me that, you know, the top 5, 4 of the top 5 in points in Xfinity last season, in points right now, we're going to be 11th, 13th, 17th, and can't manage to find the other guy, 18th. If you told me that they were going to be in those kind of positions in the points, I'd be like, nah, man, come on. But yeah, I mean, Zach Bucher right now, the best in points at 105 and 11th place. You know, Jacobs in 13th, Bobby's in 17th, Charlie's in 18th. It is a surprise, definitely.
You can see everybody's starting to get loose coming out of 4. You start seeing back end start kicking around. So tire wear's starting to play a factor here.
Yeah, when these cars get a good amount of wear, and you know, you'll get a lot of rear wear too, because you know you're downshifting. You're putting a lot of wear on your rear tires. It's not fun to drive. Because even as you can see with Bobby right now, I just noticed that as he was coming in the corner, the rear end is wiggling a little bit. It doesn't look terrible, but you know, he just has to be mindful of that the rear end is kind of wiggling a little bit. And you know, you still got to go, you know, 23 laps about on these sets of tires. So you know, you got to be careful with it because it's only going to get worse.
Larky's fixing to lose position to Dingers. Them two are battling it out side by side now.
Yeah, Dinger looks like he really fell back and is now coming up a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe a case of saving too much, but we'll see what he can do.
"21 laps before we hit that stage 1.
Yeah, and with that being said, you know, no one's gonna pit early. Because you'll go multiple laps down. It's a very, very long pit road. You know, we have Michael Buckley down right now. He's coming out for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But, you know, doing a 4-tire stop.
Zach jumped in.
Maybe, maybe Isaac wasn't telling the truth. Maybe, maybe they can't make it all the way. Because Zach pulling in was concerning. But, you know, Michael Buckley just came out of pit road. His time on pit road is 51 seconds. That's over, you know, 2 laps. Actually, that's about 2 laps of time. So you got to keep in mind still, you know, you got to slow down. And you got to get back up to speed. So you're losing over 2 laps on pit road. Bucher 48 off pit road. And he's gonna cycle in at the rear of the pack, considering how close he was to the front, he's only going to lose 1 lap. However, he's still pretty far behind the leader.
Coons and Harkham, they're pretty much us. Well, Coons is. Harkham's getting a little pressure from Barkley and Rafferty now.
I'm confused as to why that Zach would pit in this situation.
Maybe setting it up for the long run. Sacrifice some stage points for a better finish at the end.
Yeah, but the problem is, stage ends at 70. No one has still come in. And he needs to unlap himself or at least pass Connor. And I don't know if he's going to do that.
Rafferty snuck his way up to P3, so...
I mean, put it this way, everyone is going to pit because they do need to pit. But, what good will it do him if all he gets is a measly wave around?
You can see Medlin staying up high out of the way of his teammates.
I mean, I'm curiously looking to see if anyone's looking to come down pit road. I mean, I'm just confused as to why, Buckley and Bucher pitted.
Ants got terribly loose just then coming out of 2.
Yeah, no one coming back down pit road. But, ooh, Harmon in the wall.
These tires are
Where's Joe?
starting to take the effect of it, Joe. I mean, we're at 57 laps on it. You can start seeing how everybody's doing a lot of give and take.
Props to Bobby, though. He restarted in 12th position and has made a significant amount of ground up and is now only 2.4 seconds away from Kewins. Probably won't win the stage. They're running very similar lap times to each other right now, but he is going to be incredibly happy. He started 18th, is now in 2nd. He's actually about a half a tenth quicker now in that lap.
Yeah, on that last lap, it was a Rafferty's a little bit quicker.
Dinger looks faster than Bobby right now, and I think what happened with Dinger is he really super saved. He saved a ton. Maybe a little bit too much, but Dinger, I saw him falling back, and I was like, oh, I wonder, Dinger just might, just be falling back, but he's gained all that position back. If he gets around Bobby, he'll be right back to where he started. Oh, Dinger. Watch out there, buddy.
Loose, and I'm pretty sure Rafferty got scared on that one.
Yeah, and Barkley, saw that coming in front of him. He's like, ooh, opportunity? No, not today. Dinger going to try it again. On the bottom. Gets alongside, gets the run. Zach Bucher out of nowhere just comes through. 3 wide goes Zach Bucher. Needs to get this lap back.
Sad Life coming in with that follow. Appreciate it, bud.
Zach will probably win the stage if everybody has to pit for fuel.
And Chase Harden got into the pits before the caution came out.
Yeah. Oh, he just... It looked like he got up a little high and then got in the bumps. Was loose and... Yeah, he's gone, so... Bye-bye, Chase. Caution is out.
going to fall under
And
Tim Harmon.
and guess who gets? And Zach Bucher, just as he was about to pass Coons, the caution comes up, and then Zach will be starting from the rear. He'll have the lucky dog, but man, Zach, if he could have gotten around Coons, he would have probably been back in first.
Looks like that 26 bounced off the wall and came back down.
So Zach Bucher. Hmm. No one really coming down pit road. A couple of cars coming down pit road. Got Malarkey coming down pit road. Denson coming down pit road. And I would say this: if you're in the rear of the field, makes sense to pit. You're not going to be giving up that much. But I'm surprised more people didn't come down pit road. We only got about 7 or 8 people down pit road.
Oh, and Fezzenbender involved in that. Took the rear tire completely.
Oh man, I didn't even get a chance to see it. Looked like Buckley just lost it off the top there.
Few was involved in that one. Looks like he couldn't get his car completely stopped. He was sliding up the track backwards.
No, he couldn't get the brakes on it. So if I was Fashionbender, I would have a few choice words, but
Oh, McComas was involved in that also.
a couple of more cars down pit road now. And they're going to all lose track position of the people who just pitted. So, yeah.
Dinger staying
At that,
out.
at that point, just commit, I guess. I don't get it.
And Dinger, Barkley, Harcum, Richmond all stayed out. Warman, he
And
last pitted on lap 6.
McComas and Bessemer, I'm very surprised, did not get a black flag for exiting a closed pit. Exit.
Got Mr. Joe Nell back out there.
What's up, Joe? Did pretty good in his truck race last night.
He did. Now, I've heard through the grapevine there's a possibility he may be coming to Mirage Racing.
Really?
So we may have 2 Joes over there, the trucks.
That's news to me.
Well,
Why didn't you tell me, Ethan?
when you're me, you me. You find it out real quick. Or you make it happen. The latter part of the 2.
Yeah, so Connor, Steven, John, and Jeff, and Michael are 1 lap down.
I think Flanagan went back in the pits going to try to get some of that damage fixed.
Yeah, if I'm Zach though, I'm very unhappy right now because I was in second place, about to pass the leader, caution come out, so he's not a happy guy right now, and it's gonna be a fight on this restart because we're gonna get back to green with 1 lap to go.
I like that, Joe. I like it.
What?
Now back out there saying he can either confirm or deny those rumors.
I'll just talk to Ethan then. How'd you like the scheme last night? Was unique?
The truck scheme was pretty unique.
Yeah, it was a Joe Rutman kind of throwback. Except for the number. The number was not. But it was a number configuration that I wanted to do ever since I noticed what it looked like when you inverted it. Or flipped it, or I don't know, whatever you call it in Photoshop. Alright, it's going to be a green and white
Stage.
start. So here we go. White flag on the stage. Here we go.
We're going to see how this tire war plays in the fact that Denson and Curry trying to get through the field.
Yeah, it's going to be, you want every position you can before this stage ends. It would appear that Barkley will win the stage. Denson looks close but can't do it. Colt's going to get fourth. Denson going to be second. Dinger third. Then it's going to be Harcum, Richmond, Kolb. Actually, no, it'll be Malarkey, Kolb. So whoever just pitted is going to be at a pretty good advantage, I would say.
Barkley stayed out there for the full stint. Got the stage win, so that's going to be a big helper for him going into stage 2.
It'll be nice, but yeah, he's not going to have a good restart position. He's going to be probably at least 12th or 13th.
Well, this has been a caution. We're going to give a shout out to a couple of our sponsors, Cutscene, Whiplash Sim Cams, and we'll be right back after this.
All right.
And the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
All right, well, as I expected, Bo Dinger, 14th place. He's gonna have a lot of ground to make up. I know some of these guys have the speed, but you're gonna have a real mix of capabilities, tires. It's gonna be interesting what happens through this next stage. You think we're gonna go caution free?
Nope.
How many are we getting until lap 160?
Say we're going to have about a total of 7 cautions.
What the hell? 7?
7.
No. Cup Series, I need you to do me a favor. Prove to me why we deserve nice things. Go caution free. We like short tracks. We want more short tracks. Show us why we need short tracks. I still think we should make the Cup drivers suffer on a dirt track, though. Would you ever want to see the Cup drivers run on dirt there, Jeremy?
I personally wouldn't want to run on it, but I think it'd be pretty interesting to see some of these guys turn right.
Turn right.
Turn right while they're going left. What the Hudson Hornet said.
Yeah. Man, imagine if we could drive them old cars. That'd be cool. Well, can Colt Curry make it the win tonight?
Especially out here in Iowa. Corn and taters.
Everybody got no faith in you. Colt completely ignored it. Ignored it. All right, pace car about to go off. Stage 2. Here we go.
Ooh,
Got the
delayed.
bad restart by a lot.
That was a bad, a slow restart.
Colt's gonna want to make sure that Denson can't get the exit here. That's what he's gonna do. Gonna get him real down low. Just can't get the run off the corner. The inside is better. It seems, at least on the start. Colt's gonna have to really push hard to make sure Denson can't get past.
Tell you what, this battle back there from about 6th and back, that's coming in real good.
Yeah, he backed out of it. He did. And Malarkey's gonna want to make a move because Colby's coming pretty fast too.
Looks about like Rafferty and Malarkey's running almost the same line.
There, Rafferty up to 5th. Flanagan back up to 10th. Not sure how much more you'll be able to fix that rear end, because it is scrunched, but Ethan at least looks like he's maintaining a decent pace. Under cold goes Bobby. And in the 4th. Just saw a light beam into my house.
Well, they may be coming back for their leader.
Huh? Aliens? What?
Ricky Bobby is back with us. We missed the past few races, Ricky.
Asphalt is for getting the dirt car to the track. I got you. Fair enough. Hey, if you want to get dirt on the track, just ask one of these guys to go through the grass and mow the lawn. Oh, you'll dig up some grass and some dirt.
I'm gonna tell you, we've got a mess back here from about 10th to 18th.
It ain't that much of a miss. It looks fine. They're racing. They're racing hard. We're not whining about, oh, he's side by side with me. He's gonna wreck me. No, they're racing. They're racing hard, and that's what I like to see. Colt Curry loosened up the racetrack. Caution is out. Well, there goes the win for Colt Curry, probably. Just, oh. Got a little loose or something like that. You know, he's getting up toward Denson. I don't think that was intentional, but at least with the look of it, it looked like he tried to hit Denson and he spun himself.
I think some net code played into that.
Yeah, probably some net code. Oh, Colt's gonna be so bad right now. All right, well, I think we're gonna be very close to that window
I told
to
you.
where you can make it.
7 to
We're
8
gonna be close
cautions is going to be where it's at.
at the end of the stage or race.
Race.
Okay, because if you was gonna say stage, I was gonna call you crazy. But yeah, we are at least what we were told. We're kind of at that area where you might be able to get away with it in pit. Only a couple cars down pit road, but if it stays green the rest of the way, gotta watch out for these guys who are just coming down pit road now. Steven gets his lap back. Yeah, if you're Steven, I'd come down pit road. Yep, McComas will come down pit road. Yeah, so only a couple cars came down pit road, but watch out for them. They're gonna be quick, I think. Especially as the run goes on. In the long run in these cars, that's where these guys will get dangerous. Couple more cars coming down. Medlin, Warman, Simone. So not as many as the first time, but a couple more guys just looking to get fuel and or tires.
Oh, get as much in there as you can.
Think we'll be at 2 to green or 3 to green once the pace car gets to where we need to be.
They've still got to stretch it out about 70 laps before they get that end of the stage.
Well, this should be an interesting restart. I think we should ride along with Kewins on this restart.
Did you just redeem points?
I did. I think Kewins is going to be pretty entertaining.
You just redeemed my points.
It says we got infinite points.
Oh, that don't mean abuse them. But we'll ride with him. We're going to see how this restart's going to be because he's sitting in fourth. So
Just a little reminder, you got those points up there. You can use them for 10,000. You can join us in the booth. So I think Tom Stanley could probably buy a couple of those. I haven't seen Tom yet today. Tom, you in there? You working? Yeah, so this restart, I mean, Kewins, I would say, has probably been the fastest driver so far today, especially on the short run. So I think Kewins, he's going to want to get out there in front quick and set his pace. It'll be interesting to see on this restart, especially if Malarkey can get a good run on the restart. But that's what he needs. He needs Malarkey to get a good run. If he don't get a good run, then he might be stuck for a second. All right, pace car off. Here we go. Yeah, good restart for Kewins as Bobby backed out a bit. Two cars up front got a run, and Allen is clear as they go into 3 and 4. Gonna get the draft a little bit off the 73. Denson can't clear up there.
Fessenbender crash. Caution
Uh-oh.
is not out.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah, Fessenbender got loose on the exit, went up, got spun around completely by Stephen McComas. And yeah, no caution. That is surprising, though. Spun out again, actually. Got on the apron. And yeah, not good for Fessenbender. He might need a black clear. Well, actually, he does have a meatball flag, and so does Jeremy Gibbs has a meatball. So I wonder what happened to Jeremy. Lost it a little bit and whacked the concrete inside wall on the back straightaway.
Coons has got his hands full with Rafferty, and Flanagan and Forns back there battling it too.
I think that car definitely has lost some pace in it. It just does not seem as fast as what it was, that 35. You know, I don't know how much more you can fix the car. I mean, I think a lot of talent can get you at least a little bit to where he is, but you know that car I don't think is making his life any easier to catch in the field.
Oh, Nance! Nance had a little contact, got shot up into fray.
Oh, Spaghetti-O. The 8.
Oh, there was a little bit
Yeah,
more to that. It wasn't no
he,
Nance.
he got loose.
He
He
got
got
hit.
loose.
He got hit.
I don't know if he got hit.
And
It looks like netcode.
I know the car I'm looking for. Just got to find him.
Nance did not get touched. He got loose. And it looked like he got net coated pretty bad. Either that or the car just did not recover well.
There it is. The 57 got into Nance.
Yeah, but look, I mean, the 57 didn't even touch him. Well, a lot of people come down pit road now. Going to be Denson, Malarkey, Bobby, Allen, Flanagan, Forns,
I think Nance is a little bit
Arkham.
sideways going into 3.
Yeah. A lot of cars down pit road. And I think some of these guys staying out are people that already pitted. Yep. All the people who already pitted are down pit road, are off pit road. So Curry's going to get another shot at it up there in 7th. Bucher's made his way back up to 5th. Nice for him. Darnell in 3rd. Simone in 2nd. So there's still a lot that these guys can do.
Oh yeah, they're easily going to be able to make it up. I mean, they're just now coming up on halfway of the race.
I'm thinking the guys in front, they'll be able to get out there for a good 30 or 40 laps, but they'll probably start slowing down as the run goes on. Bad gas. What does that have to do, Ricky? Well, here's my question. Do you think that these 7 guys who chili beans, ooh, chili beans, good old bowl of chili is pretty good now. What you have with your chili? Left rear is blown out. And you can put beans in chili if you want to. There's no rule against it. Oh, so Joe, am I gonna have to talk to Ethan later? Get some information out of Ethan? There's no chili in beans. Ah, yeah, I read that wrong. I thought you said you was having chili and beans. I see. I see what I. English. Surprisingly, my first language. Surprisingly. All right, green flag. Here we go. Bottom gets a good restart as always, and looks like Mike might be getting up there. Red Maverick Frey makes a really good chili, and Diatch never would have guessed. It was good with Wonder Bread, TM Ricky Bobby Incorporated. Hey, well, you know what? Mike, I bet he'd love to get a win up there, because Mike, he's been going for a long time. Never seen Mike win. He doesn't get up there that often, but man, would love to see a new face in victory lane. How would that be, guys? That would be wonderful. Connor Darnell, he wants 3 wins this season. He's in 5th right now. Been playing the strategy pretty good. Hire his crew chief wherever he is. Charlie Harcum down low on the backstretch. Got into Matt Forns and hit the wall, and is going to be a meatball flag for Charlie Harcum. Zach Buecher, Darnell getting real close up there. Barkley looking on in the inside of him. Simone makes the pass. He has to back out a bit, but don't forget about Warman. A nice battle up here for the top 5. Warman gets in, slots in the 2nd. Euchre still struggling a little bit under the flying tie cow. 3 wide as Darnell looks in the middle. Doesn't get as good a run off there as Zach does. Darnell might be able to get around Simone right here. Kerry's going to go right along with him. Oh, a little bit of contact between the 9 and the 12. Curry dives it in real low, up to 5th. Buecher fires it off, and Curry thought about blocking, but just couldn't do it. Looks like Bobby gave Matt a nice shunt. Simone in the wall, and the 20 gets around, and just barely clears him. Zach now gets down bottom. Just still can't get the run off the corner, though. He's going to want to get around Simone soon, because he cannot afford to just keep on playing on the bottom. If he can clear, he got to clear. You're clear. Clear, Zach. You had a chance there, Zach. Didn't take it. Now Simone's going to get a good run up the corner. Zach gonna really fall back now. Oh, Connor down low and in the wall. And that could be a meatball as so many people have hit on that concrete wall in the back straightaway. Still waiting. No. Ooh, another hit for the 9. Looks like he does have toe damage, but does not have a black flag. Yeah, just powered off a little too much off the corner. Hit the concrete wall. Connor Darnell going to be relegated to last on the lead lap now.
At least he didn't give him the black flag there, Joe.
Yeah, Jeremy Gibbs down pit road. Who does have a meatball flag? What happened with Jeremy is he hit the wall, and then lost it off the wall, hit the pit road, and then flew up the track and hit again. So Jeremy going to be 5 laps down now, and counting.
So Larky was doing everything he can trying to get around that 20.
Yeah, and Zach finally got around Simone, as did Bobby. Looking at the pit road, Malarkey currently the car with the best tires right now, up in front. Malarkey Rafferty. Oh, caution is out.
Vincent. Jacob Vincent having little issues.
Yeah, not the first time that he's had issues either. Was in 9th at the time of the caution. Came up on the 60 and got hit by Nance too.
Coons' races went from great to terrible.
Humans, I don't think. Oh yeah, he did hit pretty hard on that outside wall.
Nance T-boned him. I think that might have gave Nance the black meatball.
Coons has a meatball, Denson has a meatball, Richmond has a meatball, and Ethan has a meatball.
Trying to see where these meatballs came from.
Oh yeah, looks like this may have happened before the wreck. Ethan and Richmond. Ethan came up on Richmond, it looked like. And half a lap later, the caution came out. So we got 4 meatballs, and Richmond also has a black.
Oh, Richmond got cut a little bit to the left, got loose, came down into 8th.
Good portion of cars down pit road. Warman's going to be the first car with new tires. So, time to take a look at the tires. You know, how many do they have left? Well, you have 5 sets of tires. So, you're running a little close on them. So, you want at least, I would say, a pair left so you can make a run at the end.
Ricky Bobby's got something out there. Doing a little talking in chat.
Some guys might be already on their 4th set, so just gotta keep an eye on it. Cohen. No, there is no such thing as racing too hard too early, Ricky. No such thing. Remember,
He's got it. He's got it.
that is a number. But anyway, no such thing as starting to no such thing as racing hard too early.
It's actually the song too.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you'll win the race on lap 1 if you wreck all your competition in the process. So it is possible, theoretically, to win the race on lap 1.
I wonder if anybody's ever actually tried calling that number.
Well, kind of difficult without an area code. Hey, people don't like me because I'm aggressive, but guess what? You know, aggressive gets you places. Sometimes it's places that aren't good, but most of the time they're good places. Yeah, there's gonna at least be a few unhappy campers today. You know,
Oh,
Flanagan, Hewins, they're in the rear now with damage. Curry's been back to the front a couple times.
Darnell's somehow eased his self back onto the lead lap.
Yeah, good for him. Still got some time left before this next caution comes out, so
No, we
gonna be
don't.
a little bit of a... Yeah, we do.
Remember, I said 7 for the whole race, and we're sitting at 5 right now.
No, I'm talking about laps. But, you know, 20 to 30 laps on the old's tires, so we'll see what the new guys can do. Horrible restart from Zach Bucher. Lost a lot of ground there, held up the whole top of the field.
Gaxor 45-24. Appreciate coming in with that follow. Thank you, Stanley. They have made it California final where they'll be at until all procedures are took care of. Thank you for asking.
I don't know if you've seen any of my races recently, at least, Tom, but, you know, in Xfinity and then truck, we were tire saving a lot better than we were in the championship season. Championship season, I think we got bailed out a couple times.
Missed it 3 wide right there.
In the championship season, we had a lot of short runs, and that's what I like. Didn't have to run too long. You know what? I am going to be interested to see what will happen, though, when the V8 tire model comes out. And I honestly hope that the new tire model will allow you to run the car harder for longer periods of time and just be fast.
Foreman's trying to go on the inside right there of Harmon.
I mean, the one issue I have with the tire model, and I gotta say, I do like how the tire model is on the Cup car compared to, say, the truck or the Xfinity car, is that the tire should be more like the Cup model, in my opinion, where you can actually push a fair amount and where the tires aren't just going to die on you in 15 laps if you're pushing too hard. I don't... Like, yeah, you don't want to over-push a car like crazy, but you should at least be able to, you know, get some percentage out of that car. You shouldn't have to drive at 95%.
Right now, you got a nice little battle between Rafferty, Barkley, Dinger, and Bucher. Colb and Simone are coming into the picture.
Yeah, Warman looking through the middle. I think Warman is the best car with new tires.
Ricky, they just got that scratch.
Yeah, Warman right now is the best car on tires by far. Next car on new tires is Colt Curry, so Warman could end up in the lead right here if you know, it stays green for the rest of the way. Warman under Bucher, easy, not even a challenge. I mean, you know, this is something to keep in mind. You know, if a caution comes out, you know, halfway through next stage or something, you know, keep an eye on it for the tires.
Yeah, Warman's picking them off one by one.
It does take some time though to get up there. You know, you don't have that big advantage on new tires. You do have an advantage, but you're not going to have that just raw pure pace on them. You have to run them down a little bit. You're going to be faster than them, but you're not going to be crazy faster. Yeah, warming up the third now. Got some side-by-side battle in two. Colt Curry, second best car on tires. Uh-oh. A little bit of wiggle from the 20. Lost his advantage over Matt Forns. They have to try again and get under there. He is driving extremely low into the corners. I noticed.
Coben Simone's kind of looking a little bit slow on the high side, but like you said, fresh tires is what's coming in.
Yeah. It seems like 3 and 4 is still the best place to make a pass. Bobby trying to get around Malarkey. Ooh, a little bit loose. Gonna allow Warman to get the pass. And have that high side advantage, so he should be doing pretty well. Should get around him pretty easy. And around he goes, Bobby. Bobby knows he's faster, just gonna let him on through. And Colt up to 8th place. We got a big battle right now for about 12th spot between Frey, Nance, Harmon, and Gibb. Nance drove it super low, got in there. Now Gibb, he's going to try to get around Harmon. I think what Gibb needs to do is just get up there, get the run, and then just follow in behind Tony. Then you can at least get that better run out of the corner. You know, Nance slow on that inside two. Hopefully the third two don't get held up by him. Looks like Frey's kind of falling off just a little bit. Warman still challenging the 73. Gonna get down there low. Gonna get alongside, but I just don't know if he's gonna be able to make the move right now. I mean, he has better tires. But the inside is just notoriously harder to work with. But he's gonna make it happen with the new tires. Here he goes, Warman first.
Rafferty's coming right on his coattails.
Yeah, held up Malarkey a little bit, you know, driving side by side like that. But not enough to get around him. Yeah, this definitely could be a battle for first between Malarkey and Rafferty later on in the race. Seems Malarkey's just a little bit quicker. Well, exactly what Warman wants to happen is happening though. Long green flag run.
Inger's under pressure now from Curry as he's moving on up through the field with those freshies.
Yeah, Colt Curry's still the second best car on new tires. So, you know, Colt's gonna probably come out of this with stage points as long as he doesn't mess up like he did last time. Would not be out of the realm of the possibility for him to pick off a couple more cars and get second with 22 to go in the stage.
Curry and Dinger are battling it out now, and it looks like Curry's going to be able to get around him pretty
Yeah,
good.
he should. If Colt can't get it buy a car on new tires, I say we get one of them aliens to drive the car that's on his back bumper. See if the plush toy can do any better. There he goes. Gets around him. Gets up to fourth. Good job, Colt.
And some corn almost get into each other. I think Freddie's running pretty comfortable.
He's running comfortable, not really pushing or going too hard. It's up beside now with John Nance. Not been Nance's day today. Definitely, as you know, this season and last season went on, you don't really expect to see Nance that kind of far back in 11th. I think Holt just hit the wall a bit. Oh, yeah, he did. He got sucked in just a little bit. Colt is right now, though, the fastest car on the track. He is running in the 24s. You know, the guys ahead are running in the 25s, only about a tenth slower, but you know, Colt is driving through. Maybe saved a little bit, and now it's his time to charge.
You know, somebody whose race has turned completely upside down, and that's Alan Coons. Went from leading, and he's all the way back to 16th.
Yeah, and you know, damage is not going to help his situation. Running really, really slow. He's half second slower than the leaders right now. Maybe he'll get lucky, get the damage fixed, and get another chance. But right now, you know, not good for Coons. You know, even Ethan, you know, led the first couple laps, got the pole. He's the last car on the lead lap, 18th.
Right there with Jeff Medley.
Yep, one lap down, but he is the lucky dog candidate.
I think
And
Curry's
it-
charge is kind of stalled out. I think the tires finally came into effect.
Yeah. It's another bad day for the rookies, though. You know, Dunson and Harcum. Dunson's out of the race, and Harcum's 12 laps down. You know, Jeff Medlin, lap down as well. You know, I actually forgot to mention Medlin when we were talking about the points. Completely forgot about him. But, you know, Medlin has been doing pretty good for the rookies. 12th place right now, just 1 point behind Zach in points. Oh, Medlin getting loose. Nearly loops it.
Not going to be good with those leaders coming up on them.
Yeah, Colt Curry, another rookie. 26 in points.
Malarkey has tracked down Warman. Warman had a pretty good gap over him, but it's completely disappeared.
Yeah, it looked like he may have messed up one lap. Maybe pushing a little too hard. Flanagan going a lap down. Colt Curry has just strung together two really poor laps. Lost 2/10, but you know, was getting around traffic. Man, they nearly got a wreck too, by the way, getting around Flanagan.
Yeah, that was almost bad. Thorns up in the wall. Not Thorns. That's Flanagan.
Yeah, it's trying to let everybody by.
You are correct on that, Ricky Bobby.
Flanagan would still be the lucky dog as of right now, though. With 10 laps to go, he is the only car one lap down. Everyone else is 2 or more laps down. Malarkey's still trying on the high side. You know, Warman is slowing down. Warman was just about a 10th faster that time around. Doings just had a big old moment, by the way. Looks like he's struggling around right now in that 60 car. Colt's lost time too, though. He was getting pretty close to Bobby, Malarkey, and Warman, but can't really go anywhere now. He's kind of just stuck. Oh, oh man, Malarkey nearly got into Warman. Looked like his car almost straight lined, trying to make the pass. Pit strategy, it's just pretty much going to be just Thomas just at this point pit and hope a caution doesn't come out, I guess. And maybe if you got a chance, maybe for farther back, yeah, maybe take him. Ethan's really damaged, so he can't really do anything right now. Still a lap down, so Ethan just wants to get this lap back, get the damage fixed, maybe get a few extra positions. Hope he can hang on to the championship lead. Probably will after this race with all the points he's got in over time. But you know, we'll see. Man, Malarkey again, big run in the corner, but just can't complete and get alongside the 31.
But Curie and Bucher are going to be battling it out.
Yeah, looks like he burned it up a bit. Pit entrance is closed. It'll be 2 to go now.
Barkley's going to try to get that stage win.
Yeah, he's going to go inside. Don't straight line him, Justin. He's had some kind of poor entrances off of the inside. Warman gonna... I think Warman's gonna hang on to this one. Big sin from Malarkey, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. He's gonna power down though. Yeah, not enough. Eric Warman, stage 2 winner. Caution will be out.
Yeah, well, we're under this caution. We'll give a shout out to our sponsors for this series. GC Travel gets me a commercial. They will be up here also, but until then, check out their Facebook page.
The first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
It's going to be, what, 38 to go?
Probably about 35 to go. Once it's all settled out. Pit road. Eric Warman does not get the win off pit road though. Well, at the behest of actually, I don't know if that's even the right word. I don't know. At the risk of getting yelled at, Bobby's had a good night today so far. Might be able to get that first win. I don't know if he has the speed, but he's been up there real good with Justin Miller.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
Why?
You've been jinxing them tonight, Joe.
Who did I jinx? Who did I jinx? Tell me.
There's been a couple. Stanley called you on one of them.
Who did you call me on, Stanley? Was that Medlin? Because I know I was looking at Medlin. Medlin got loose a little bit, but. You know what?
They're coming in hard on you now, Joe.
You know what I should say then in my truck races? I should just be like, all right, guess what? Everybody's gonna do good today, except for me. Then maybe that you know what? Then that means I'll win every single race in the truck series. Then jinx everybody except for myself. If that's the strategy, we'll just be super positive to everybody in the truck series. Just be like, hey man, you're gonna do real good today, real good. And then they wrecked. Joe, you said I was gonna do real good. No, I wrecked. I'm like, that was the point. But no, it's funny. Actually, I have a friend. He was actually racing with us in the truck series last night. There's this few times where we'd be in the car and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna do my race. See you later, man." And he's like, "Okay, hope you lose." Come back. "Hey, buddy, how you doing? What's up? You seem happy." "Well, yeah, I won." He's like, "Dang it."
Now the tire strategy is even. The fuel strategy is even. So these next 30 laps, 26 laps is going to be 36 laps. It's going to be driving ability now.
If Bobby does do top 3, though, I am going to ask him who told him to race. Because he better thank in the shout-outs whoever that was if he gets an interview tonight.
And if now he gets wrecked, I'm going to come out here and shout out at you.
Clip it just for him. He'd probably march down from New York and just throw me in the bay. I don't know if he's listening right now, but I could imagine in the call he's probably just being like, Joe, shut up. All right, well, let's see what happens. Bobby, you're gonna prove that I don't jinx people. You're gonna get a top 3. Let's go. Yeah, you know what? Top 5. We're not gonna be too bold. Bobby will get a top 5.
Oh, Curry's
Orman
pulling
going for the
in.
lead on the bottom. I mean, the bottom does get the good restarts, but Eric wasn't able to clear, and now it's going to allow Malarkey to get the run on top, and he's going to get back to first. I think Warman's best opportunity right now would just be to slide in to the top for a moment. A little bit of a wiggle from Bobby. Big wiggle. Going to lose a lot of position. Might get passed by Barkley.
Oh, dinger loose.
And he's into the grass, but should not bring out a caution. That's unfortunate for Dinger, man. He was running 5th, got a little bit loose off the corner, bounced it through the grass, and now is in need of a caution.
Dinger's usually got a pretty
You
good
might get
thing
it because Nance just got hit. Surprised he saved onto that one. Colt Curry. Uh-oh. And Warman just had a big old jolt coming out of the corner.
Oh, Rance loses it.
I'll tell you, man. Oh, and he stopped on the track.
He's below the apron.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a wiggle, and nothing really Connor could do there. Luckily, did not hit too hard.
And if you are not subbed, you are in the middle of an ad break right now. My condolences. $5.99. It can get you a happy ending on this race.
Yep, Tony Frey looking under Colt Curry. And Colt really did not get a good run at all in that high side, and Tony Frey immediately gonna get to 6th place. Bobby Rafferty looking for the win potentially, gonna get under Jacob Denson. But we saw earlier today, he was having a real hard time getting around Denson when Warman was in charge. So, Bobby, he's competing with a guy who's running real well on the high side now.
Yeah, he's got Bobby trapped down on that low side, so Bobby's going to be using those tires more than Malarkey is.
He ain't even really doing any pinching either. He's just running the high side and getting so good exit speed. Did not get the really good exit that time, though. Maintains the side-by-side, Bobby and Malarkey. Bobby might have the pass made here. Yeah, he will. Completes the pass. Malarkey gonna fly it throw on the high side, though. Bobby is clear barely, but Malarkey might still be able to get him on the top. Bobby the lead now. 25 laps to go and a couple laps. Warman's still hanging out good in 3rd. Caution is out. And that would be Harmon. Harmon got just absolutely smacked by Colt.
He got loose.
Hit the apron, then got hit by Kolb, and then hit by the 32. Wouldn't be too happy with Colt if I was Tim. All right, well, we're at that point in the run. I say it. If you got an extra pair, you go down there and take it.
Them guys
'Cause
was
I don't-
battling it. I ain't gonna put it on nothing intentional. That was some pretty hard
it wasn't
racing right there.
It wasn't intentional, but yeah, he did get down there pretty good. Couple of cars definitely thinking about pitting. Warman knows he can drive for the field. Yeah, and a couple of cars are going to come down pit road. At least, oh yeah, a lot of cars coming down pit road. It's going to be Warman, Colt Curry, Forns, Kolb, Giberson, Simone, Kewins, Darnell, Tim Harmon, Matt Richmond. So that's over half the field right now coming in for pit stops. Two tires, at least on Matt Forns. Looks like Warman took 4 tires. I think Simone took 2 as well.
Ricky Bobby's got that right. Nancy's been hit more than a blunt at a Snoop Dogg concert.
So as of now, I'm worried if I'm out in the lead right now because Matt Forns, first car on new tires, going to be in 8th place.
Yeah.
Still got a good amount of time to do something.
What? 8th through about 15th, all just pitted. So they're going to be on freshies, but they've got a lot of good drivers ahead of them they got to get through.
Yeah, I mean, that run was 10 laps. So, especially if you're in the rear, no point in not pitting. Looked like, I don't know. People I'd say are most vulnerable are the people that, well, they're going to be at the rear. They're going to be fighting nothing but fast cars, but the guys up front, they're going to at least have a chance to break away. So we'll get back to green without 20 laps to go. And here's my question. Who wins, old or new tires? Maybe this is the racing way of jinxing Bobby. Because Bobby didn't pit, and Bobby doesn't like it when he loses the strategy. So, Bobby, if you lose this because of strategy, well, it wasn't my fault. I didn't jinx it, man. You didn't wreck.
You want one more caution, and I'm going to hit the nail on the head with 7 cautions.
We're on our 8th caution right now.
Well, 2 of them's been staged.
I see. It's been pretty clean for a short track race, I gotta say. But Bobby will take the high side, has been pretty standard for everybody. Even though that the inside's been getting really good restarts. Surprising that everybody takes the high side. Maybe there's something on the inside that just doesn't feel good on the restarts. The thing that you risk being on the high side is that you'll get stuck down there. But the thing risking on the high side is if the inside guy gets a good restart, he might be able to clear you. So keep an eye on Matt Forns. He's the guy on the best tires right now.
We know Forns ain't worried one bit about using that bumper to get around people.
Warman is the first car on 4, by the way, so keep a little eye on Warman too. Green flag. Good restart by Matt Forns. He's already going to get himself up to 5th place. 6th place. He had to back out a bit. A good restart. Already up to 6 for Matt. Running way high though. You can just show that just shows really quick right there. The advantage of being on the inside is Frey, immediately got inside and got around Matt, who was on the outside. Now, granted, Matt was a little bit high.
Matt's got hit again.
So did Forns. Caution is out.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, Nance is, man, he's been the punching bag of the
Yeah,
Cup
I don't.
Series tonight.
It was a little bit of net code. Doesn't look like it was Warman's fault. You know, it was going down lower and lower and lower. I think it, you know, racing incident right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on that code. There's still a gap there.
So the person that this helps most are the leaders. Matt only gained one spot. Warman's gonna get restarted on the high side. Forens really wishes he could have stayed ahead of Tony. And yeah, this helps the guys up front. Last caution lap, last laps to run.
Nance's Nance's car is about half right. It ain't been bucked up, but I'm pretty sure y'all can figure it out.
Darnell hits the pit lane, as well as a couple other cars. Richmond, Flanagan, Nance. Not too sure why, but they are. Jeff Medlin gonna be back on the lead lap. Lucky dog.
It's always net code.
I'll be right back.
Uh, Susan's out there now. The Nance fans are coming alive. There it is, our seventh caution. For cause, two for stage. Just tempest. Ricky Bobby always finds a way to bring out the good in somebody.
I'm back. All right, Jeremy. Do old or new tires win it?
I'm gonna go with the driver. I don't think it's gonna come down
Okay.
to
Does the
tires.
driver on old or new tires win it?
Well, I mean, there's only a 14 lap difference on tires. For your what, top six, and then 6th through 15th. So old tires has got to get around the top six. Net tires win it.
All right, going to be 1 to green. As has been the trend all night, leader will take the high side. There'll be 14 laps to go.
I believe this is turning into one of the longer races on the Cup Series. Pushing almost 2 hours.
And these races always go long, though. All right. Time to go again. Here we go. Malarkey the leader this time. Here we go. Green flag. Malarkey got a good restart. Mealy going to go down low. Barkley going to stay high. Got a little bit loose, couldn't complete the run. Bobby going to go inside again. Matt Fornes better restart than Warman. Side by side with the 6, and they get it being 6 now.
Giverson found the wall.
Looks like Malarkey might have too. He didn't, but he's running all sorts of lines he can to keep Bobby behind him. Oh, Matt Fornes in the wall. Got loose, hit the wall, and Matt Fornes going to fall back now. And Eric Warman going to be the best car on new tires. He made it through the pack once, but I don't know if 10 laps is enough for him to do it. Bobby tries the inside of the racetrack and gonna get the 73 a little bit of a bump. Bobby gonna try to keep himself higher this time as possible. Get under Malarkey and just can't quite get it. Bobby was 10th faster that time by. Gets alongside and is starting to clear. Oh, Malarkey in the wall. Bobby takes the lead. You there, Jeremy?
Oh yeah, I'm just watching this race. Parking up between Rafferty and Malarkey. And that wall hit kind of hurt Malarkey. And that's going to send him up for Barkley to come up on him.
Yeah, Orman's coming too. Going to get under the 2. Orman has pace, but I just don't know if it'll be soon enough. He is the fastest out of all these cars. But, you know, having to screw around with a car that's slower than you isn't the way to do it. He's hoping that these other cars stay side by side, you know, slow each other up. And maybe a caution will come out too, where he can, you know, use the fresh tire advantage. It's not that much of it. But if he can maybe get up one more position, caution come out, he'd be in a good spot.
Bucher almost took Barkley's nose.
Yeah, Warman, second fastest on the track right now.
I'm gonna tell you what, Zach has shown a majority turnaround.
Five laps to go. Bobby, the fastest car on the track right now. And Bobby proving that I don't jinx people, because Bobby should have crashed by now if I had jinxed people.
Yeah, but it's not over. We got 5 to go.
That's not over yet. But now, if he is going to get jinxed, it's going to have to happen soon. You know, he only got 4 to go.
Someone's putting the pressure down. He's on the move.
Yeah, but he's not going to get up there in time. The best case scenario that can happen for Warman is a caution. There we go. Caution is out.
And Nance involved again.
Oh, man. Jonathan Nance. Not having a good day. Darnell gets loose, and walls it, and Mike Simone trying to avoid walls himself.
Oh, Simone
Like,
makes it through it.
man, Giberson got a meatball at one point, but yeah, it's gonna be Simone. Only guy that comes out with the meatball. The guy that tries to avoid the wreck comes out with the meatball flag. Darnell hit pretty hard too. Well, it's going to be an interesting finish. I don't know if Warman's going to have enough to win it, but Warman needs.
Top
Okay,
D coming in with the follow. Appreciate it.
the one benefit for Warman here is that Bobby's most likely going to take the outside line. So he's going to be on the leader's line.
I think Nance may have upset a few people for this race, or like they said earlier, there's a bounty out for him.
Man, Nance has been probably involved in half the cautions. Well, in sim, we've just passed midnight. It's 12:16 a.m. right now in sim. So we got all our fans, sticking it out. I'm gonna get no sleep for work. Man, Darnell hit that wall pretty hard.
It'll be interesting though to see which side of Rafferty goes on, considering he's got a teammate that's going to be right there with him.
Yeah, but yeah, you have two options here. High side,
Or low side.
the inside typically gets the better restarts, and it's better for about the first half lap. But you need a good restart. If you don't get a good restart,
Let me tell you somebody to watch on good fresher tires, and that's going to be Colt Curry. He's sitting back there in seventh. He very well could be a factor in this.
Bobby says he will take the top. I don't think Barkley's going to be a factor. I honestly think that your only real option. I mean, Warman has the best chance. I would say just because of the new tires. I would say Malarkey has a good chance just because of being on the inside. He needs to get a way better restart than Bobby does. Zach probably has the worst chance out of the top four. Starting inside, won't be on the same lane as the leader, and has a faster car to his outside on new tires. So I can tell you who's least likely to win, probably. But I don't think Zach is going to get a podium. Just has too many things working against him right now. All right. Oh, Eric's wacky race car going to be trying to get a win. Steal it away from Bobby. Bobby trying to get his first Cup Series win. Malarkey trying to prevent it from happening. 2 to go at Iowa. Green flag. Oh, bad restart by Bobby.
I think Bobby had to
And
ease
he is
off.
going to take the lead. Warman's quick, however. Bobby goes down to the bottom. Bobby's going to have to really push it now inside. But Warman's coming through too, so caution is out.
Darnell and Richmond.
Yeah, Matt Richmond. Darnell just got wicked loose and got plowed over by Matt Richmond. Then
Where was
Darnell
Nance?
coming
Was
back
Nance
down, spun him
involved?
out. Oh, Fancy Pants was not involved. He was ahead of that wreck.
That is a first.
That is what I meant, though. You know, if the inside line can get a good restart. Justin Malarkey now the leader. Eric Warman the third. Bucher's fallen back to fifth. Bodinger is fourth. And Dinger is on old tires. Warman seems like the only guy that's really making the new ones work, in all honesty.
So you've got Harmon sitting back here in about an 8th. He's sitting on fresh tires too. Well, I'm 2 over the one I picked. I went for 7 and we're at 9.
And Darnell's car looks seriously. Looks like it has a problem. He's requesting an ELL. He doesn't want to take anyone else out. A good day for the Flying Takao. So, you know, fuel's not going to be a worry. Unless they underfueled. But I think everyone will be fine on that regard.
Here's what it's going to come down to: Rafferty and Malarkey.
Oh yeah, it will. So Malarkey gonna take the outside line again. I'm really surprised no one's really attempted the inside line on the restart. You know, granted, Bobby got a bad restart, but you know, Malarkey can control when it goes, when it starts. You have that advantage, and typically 9 times out of 10, the lead car is going to have the advantage anyway, and you can get such a good run on the inside that it really surprises me that no one is taking the outside. I mean, no one's taking the inside. No one's really taking the inside, which it's just really strange to me. Yeah, but most of these cautions, surprisingly, haven't been Nance's fault. The ones that he was in.
Right, wrong place, wrong time.
We're gonna be at 2 to green this time by. So, do you think that Warman can steal it?
I don't know. He's got some hard competition to get around.
Well, on the restart, you know, it was not faster than either of them. However, did have to contend a little bit with Zach. But yeah, put it this way though, if Bobby gets another bad restart, guess who's going to be in the middle of the Bobby Rafferty sandwich? It's going to be Bobby. He's going to be probably split 3 wide. And that'll either be with Malarkey or Bo, with Warman on the inside. So can't afford another bad restart. Malarkey needs to have a good restart because like we saw last time. The outside's only viable if you get a good restart. If you don't get a good restart, you're really vulnerable for that first half lap.
Well, Rapids also got the ball in his court on whether or not where he decides to get that start going.
Malarkey's in the lead right now, so that's his choice. Green flag, green flag. Yeah, better restart for Bobby this time. Malarkey not going to be clear. Bobby gonna send it in there. All the way to the bottom, but does not clear. Warman not a great restart either. It's gonna be, it'll have to be a hard charge, and he's probably gonna have to make them uncomfortable up there. White flag. Both of them sliding on the exit of 3 and 4. Malarkey takes back the lead. Runs it high. Oh, Bobby backs out of it to avoid hitting the 73. In the 3 and 4 for the final time, here comes Warman. Not going to be enough from Warman. Bobby clears, but loses it at the line. It's going to be Justin Malarkey.
Malarkey barely edged him out.
Bobby has that one if he doesn't get loose. And maybe if there was a few more laps, it could have been Warman's, but Justin Malarkey gets the win tonight.
Just about 3/4 of a car is what it boiled down to.
Yep. It's going to be the first win of the season for Justin Malarkey, and the second win as well for Rat Fink. So only 2 teams have secured regular season wins this season. 2 for Takao, 2 for Rat Fink.
That was a finish right there.
That was a good finish. Yeah, I mean, he went in real high. You know, Bobby got a little bit loose, but it was good. It was a good finish for everyone involved. Warman going to be especially pretty happy too. So let's see if I can find the Warman. Bring him up here. You know, Takao did come out with a third though tonight. Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Well, got the new tires. Maybe if you had a few more laps, you would have been able to do something with the leaders. But how about it for a third? You were running real good on strategy tonight and running pretty fast as well in that 31.
Yeah, just didn't quite fall our way, but hey, I can't blame the front tube for blocking that line. And if I could have got my nose up in there a little bit more, I would have.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, just took a little bit, didn't get the best restart, but, you know, led a lot of laps today. I mean, how was it really getting up there, moving for the pack? Because you did pass a lot of cars today.
I found this setup, whoever found it, actually very, very tight. So that I was struggling with it kind of at the long run, so I'm not used to that. So it just took me a little bit while to figure it out. And about through the first stage, we finally figured it out and kind of figured out a good line to run. But we were still fighting that tight car.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a real problem when on the low side, especially. Just seemed like the low side, the majority of the race really couldn't do much. On like the restarts, it seemed okay, but after about 5 laps, it was dead, unless you had new tires.
You could go to the bottom off the corner. That's about the only way I could get the car to loosen up enough for me to rotate off the corner. But other people were having other problems, so I think everybody was having a little issues.
All right. Well, good run for you today. What do you got for shoutouts?
Well, I got to thank the Lord first off. He gave me the talent. Got to thank my wife and kids. I can't tell you what team I'm on. Taco team, or that's about all I can tell you. Takao. Okay. Then got to thank everybody over there: Connor, Gibbs, Colt, uh, Chase, even Derek. And then thank you guys for broadcasting. Thank you for the league for putting up this race. And, unfortunately, like I said, I felt like this was the race I could have won, but they changed that setup. Kind of, I wasn't prepared for that, so that's all right. But hey, we had a great finish, and just praise the Lord for it.
All right, well, good run of the night, and we'll see you next. Well, not next week, in 2 weeks at Pocono.
Yeah, you guys take care.
We got Bobby. Some in the chat may argue I jinxed him, some not. He didn't wreck, so I don't consider that a jinx. But how you doing, Bobby?
That was a lot of fun tonight.
Heard that from Jeremy, someone had to convince you to race tonight.
Well, there really wasn't much convincing. It was more of a voluntold situation.
Who told you?
First sergeant, Mr. Tony, he just breaking his chops. He really didn't. Because I've been very frustrated over the past 2 weeks because I can't even finish a race. And he told me, he goes, just go out there and just continuously spin the car out and learn how to save it, and you're going to be good. And it's exactly what I did. And the way you save these cars is totally different than the Xfinity, the truck, the Arca, anything. I've never seen a car where you get out of the throttle to save it. You usually got to drive through it. But these cars, they can't take it. So huge thanks to my teammate Tony for talking me into running tonight 18th to second with I think a really realistic chance to win that race. I'll take it. We had stage points in the second stage, try to climb our way out of a 19th place hole in points right now.
You seem to be doing at least pretty decent on the bottom at times. How was it like running the bottom? I mean, you did pass a lot of cars coming from 18th to second. So how was it like navigating through the traffic?
It was honestly a lot of fun. I can the best way to describe it was that was a slicked off dirt track tonight. You really had to manage the throttle, and I cost myself the win. Coming off of four, I just got a hair greedy, and she stepped out, and I had to pedal it. And when you do that, that top line's going to come, and I wasn't just going to shut the door on Justin or Eric. Just drag them to the line and see what happens.
All right. Well, hey, good run for you tonight. Maybe you had a chance at a win, but not to be. What do you got for shoutouts?
Uh, Obviously, first off, I got to thank Relentless Racing League, all the admins, as I always do. Killer group of guys over here. Just the entire community at Relentless is hands down one of the best I've ever seen on iRacing. Got to thank you and Worm Jeremy for doing the broadcast. You guys do a phenomenal job week in, week out, and it's just continuously getting better. Um, Also have to thank my team, Exiled Esports, Ancient Brawl Gaming. Huge shout out to Cutscene. They're our league sponsor overall. Huge shout out for them for coming on board, not only with us as a team, but supporting the league as well. Also got to thank SimRap Market, Elite Performance Industries, Next Level Gaming, Swordog, Design the Void, FGR Excel, everybody that helps us put this deal together, and all my teammates on Exiled inside this league and out. Pretty cool. I'm looking at the standings right now. Zach with a P4, so we're gonna, and then Tony with a P8, and Jeff battled all night long, coming from like 3 laps down to come back to a 14th place. So as a car owner, I couldn't be any happier. We should extend our points lead in the team championship tonight. So all in all, great night all the way around.
Yeah, it was definitely a good night for you. Yeah, good job, and that must be pretty happy to get a second.
Nah, absolutely. Hopefully, got the off week coming up, and hopefully, you know, get some practice in at Pocono. It's one of my favorite tracks, along with Indy. So come back in 2 weeks fresh and see if we can lock up a win. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with the cars. Big shout out to Justin on his win, man. He battled his rear end off. We had such a good race. I got a ton of respect for him.
All right. Well, good job tonight. We will see you at Pocono. I think you like Pocono, don't you?
Yes, I do. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Who knows? Maybe the first one will come in 2 weeks.
See what
See you
happens.
next week.
See you next week, guys. Have a good one.
See you. All right, Justin Malarkey's second win for Rat Fink comes to him. How you doing, Justin? It was a tough battle between you and Bobby.
Yeah, it was definitely tough battling. It amazing though. Never actually even touched each other. It was pretty fun. He was really fast and it was good. It was good stuff.
One thing I'm wondering is why did nobody want to restart on the inside?
You know, the one time I did, and I was able to time it perfectly, and it's definitely a shorter distance the way to the loop there on the front straightaway, and I was able to cut down to the inside and like go pretty much like straight instead of turning, and it worked perfectly. And then the second restart, I went on the outside and we stayed with each other, and then he got by me. Then the third restart, I went back to the inside and it worked again. And then on the fourth one, I chose the outside. I was just afraid to. I was afraid if I didn't get a good restart, which I kind of didn't at the end. I timed it incorrectly. I was afraid that I would be, stuck on the bottom, and then on the outside he would be able to pinch me down and get around me. So I figured I'd go on the outside there. It almost didn't work out though.
Yeah, I mean, you were up in the front majority of the time. I mean, typically you're hanging back for a while, but you were getting up there pretty fast. It
Yeah,
seemed like you were real comfortable today.
Yeah, I really figured something out. On that first run, I pushed a little too hard, and I really started struggling. I think I got up to fourth, and then fell back to eighth. But I learned on that second run, really, with the weight of shifting and how to work it. I really figured something out, and I really had the car getting loose on me on the long run versus tight like the first run. So I was trying to apply that on that final run, which it just wasn't long enough really to apply that, but that kind of was able to keep me up there. And we had an extra set of tires there throughout the night, so I wasn't too worried about trying to save a set, which was nice. I'm hoping we actually get an extra set going forward. That'd be great.
All right.
Yeah, worked out good.
Well,
so thanks
good
for
job
doing all.
for you tonight. What do you got for shoutouts?
Yeah, thanks for you guys putting on the broadcast there. I know it's definitely really appreciative. Got everyone watching, and I'm gonna go make my phone calls. Thank my teammates, Steven, Ethan. I know they got caught up and stuff, but we'll see.
Rough
It'll be a
night
long
for Ethan,
season.
but
Yeah, it's really hard.
I think it might still be the point leader though. So
yeah, it's difficult. There's 26 people out there, and they're all fast, and it's hard to pass. And if you pit at the wrong time and get stuck back there in 15th, 16th, you might be hard to get back to the top 10.
yeah. All right. Well, good job tonight. Good win. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, that'll be all for the broadcast tonight. Good job to Justin Malarkey. Good win. Justin Malarkey, Bobby Rafferty, Warman, Bucher, Dinger to the top 5. Barkley, Curry, Frey, Kolb, Harmon, Flanagan, Nance, Coons, Medlin, Forns, Darnell, Richmond, Simone, Giberson, Harcum, McComas, Denson, Gibbs, Fassenbender, Buckley, Harden. That is the order of the 26 cars who started the race today. No race next week. We'll be off for our off week. Tomorrow we're going to be racing at Daytona in the ARCA car. So good luck to everyone then. Until then, thank you for Jeremy for helping out tonight. And have a good night, everybody. You'll see me tomorrow at the ARCA race at Daytona. Good night, everybody. This is Southern Broadcast Race Network. We'll see you later.
Been the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.